Hey, what's up? It's Mr. J with SciOnTheFly, the place where learning makes sense. Have you ever stopped to think about how strong an egg is? Well, me too. That's why I wanted to make this video. But before we just jump right into the testing, I think it's important that we do a little bit of research first. Come to find out, there are three main factors at play when determining how strong that egg is. 1, what it's made of. 2, how it's made. And 3, the overall shape of the egg. 1, what it's made of. It's actually made of this substance called calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate can be found all over the world in things such as rocks, seashells, and even pearls. All of those things are pretty hard. The second factor is how it's made. Now, this calcium substance is found naturally within chickens. And as that liquid goo of an egg is being formed within the chicken, so is the calcium carbonate egg shell. Now, if you look at it microscopically, this calcium carbonate looks like thin sticks, okay? It's thin vertical sticks that are forming along beside each other on the outside of that egg. Kind of looks like fence posts. Now, as you have a row of fence posts being formed, another row of fence posts is being formed right beside it. Now, as these are being formed, they cross over and fuse together, creating an even more strong substance that are going to go around the egg. Now, this layer of calcium carbonates fused with this layer, which is fused with this layer, which is fused with this layer. You have all sorts of things happening within the eggshell of how it's being strengthened. Pretty amazing. Now, the third factor has to do with the shape of the egg. We know that these shapes of the eggs are this oblong, arched shape. This is actually formed naturally within the chicken to allow it to flow smoothly through the chicken and eventually out without doing any kind of harm to the chicken. If it were any other shapes, if it had jagged edges or straight edges or points, it might get caught and stick and hurt the chicken. But this just flows right through, and that's great. Now, coincidentally, this also aids in the factor in how strong the egg is. Architects from years and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago determined that adding this arches into their structures gave it strength to withstand stress and weight. They put this in buildings and archways and bridges. Now, because of that, like I said, it can withstand more stress and more weight. So the fact that this is made of calcium carbonate, the fact that it has this lattice type structure that's microscopically embedded, and the fact that it has this arched oblong shape all play a role in how strong this egg is. So how strong is it? That's what I want to test. Now, I will be completely honest with you. I have not tested this yet. I will be testing it as we're filming it. I created this little contraption here from some scrap wood and some pipes in my garage. Now, the idea is that this will rest on a scale. I'll eventually subtract the weight of the contraption, but the idea is that I will place the egg inside of the contraption, press this down and on top of the scale so that we will be able to see how much weight it will take before the egg breaks. I plan on having 2 cameras, one camera directed at the scale, another camera directed at the contraption. We'll sync them up, and then we should be able to see at what given point those break. I want to test the orientation of the eggs. Is it better vertically versus horizontally? I have a hypothesis, I bet you do too, and I bet you they're the same, but I still want to test it out. Now, whatever orientation works best, that's the orientation that we will use for the duration of the trials. I want to test 1 egg. Then I want to test 2 eggs. Then I want to test 4 eggs. That should give us a good amount of data to see how strong these eggs really are. And just for kicks, after all of that, I want to see what's the fewest number of eggs that will withstand the weight of an 85-pound child. Why? Because why not? Let's do it!
Hey,
was so much fun! I hope you had as much fun as I did. Until next time, it's Mr. J with SciOnTheFly, the place where learning makes sense.